Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a very busy Thursday night. And we begin tonight with the worsening picture when it comes to the coronavirus. We are now getting descriptions from inside hospitals that we have not heard in months. ICUs near capacity, cases rising in 29 states. The governor of Texas today forced to put a pause on the reopening there. Florida's governor addressing the spike in that state. They are in a desperate race now to keep the virus from overwhelming hospitals. And look at this tonight, a new record in the number of cases here in the U.S., nearly 39,000 in a single day. We have not seen that before. Texas with a record nearly 6,000 new cases. And word tonight, the Texas Medical Center in Houston is now at 100% capacity in its ICU. Florida reporting more than 5,000 cases for a second straight day, the long lines for testing there. And with the cases skyrocketing, the heated debate now over wearing masks. The new study tonight that suggests if the majority of Americans wore them, it could save some 33,000 lives through the fall. And it's a question so many of you at home have likely wondered. These are just the cases tested we're talking about. Tonight, the head of the CDC warning the actual number of cases in the U.S. could be as many as 10 times higher. Many asymptomatic, but still able to spread it. Tom Yamas leading us off tonight from Houston.
Tonight, a major reversal in one of the first states to open back up. Texas now hitting the brakes on the next phase of reopening. The state's governor refusing to lock down, saying this move is about saving lives and livelihoods, declaring in a statement, the last thing we want to do as a state is go backwards and close down businesses. But Texas is one of 5 states reporting a record number of hospitalizations, more than 4,300 on Wednesday, up a staggering 190% since Memorial Day. One of those patients, Betty Reyes, diagnosed with COVID-19 while pregnant.
In November, I was 4 months pregnant and I had a miscarriage. So the first thing that came to my mind was my baby.
Reyes fell severely ill. The CDC now warning that pregnant women may have a higher risk. But luckily, she received a plasma treatment at Memorial Hermann Hospital that may have helped her beat the virus. She had this message for her doctor.
He's probably watching this. What would you tell him?
That you saved my life and my baby's life.
You know, there's probably a lot of women like you who, are pregnant. What would you tell them?
I was telling them if they get it, don't give up. Think about your baby. Be strong for your baby, because I feel like that the COVID will drain your body. Like if you let it.
The virus is spreading fast throughout this state, infecting 18 members of the Barbosa family in North Texas after they attended a surprise birthday party.
And my dad's hanging on by a thread. They're in there by themselves with no family, and it's just heartbreaking.
For the Rodriguez family outside of Houston, no one has to tell them how deadly this virus is. 3 members dying in 10 days.
I was doing everything I could to keep my parents, my father, alive. And it just, it wasn't enough.
In Houston, even helicopters are being used to transport COVID-19 patients that are critically ill. This life flight chopper sterilized with a robotic UV device. The staff on board telling us about these difficult missions.
The patients that we are transporting are some of the sickest of the sick COVID patients that are out there. These patients are on ventilators. They've been paralyzed with medication.
Across the country, a record-breaking day in the worst way. Nearly 39,000 new infections in the past 24 hours. Numbers not seen since the peak of this pandemic. And tonight, the CDC warning the actual number of coronavirus cases may be 10 times higher than reported.
Our best estimate right now is that for every case that was reported, there actually were 10 other infections.
The CDC estimating 20 million Americans may have been infected, 6% of the country, and that more than 90% of the population is still susceptible to the virus. Around the country, other hotspots still growing. For the second day in a row, more than 5,000 new cases reported in Florida. The governor now saying he never said when the state would move to the next phase of reopening.
Where we are. I mean, I'm not taking, I didn't say we're going to go on to the next phase. We've done a step-by-step approach.
That from Florida today. Tom Llamas with us from Houston, Texas tonight. And Tom, you reported there 18 members of one family at a surprise birthday party now all have COVID-19. And that new number you mentioned there that we learned what authorities believe could be the actual real number of cases in the U.S. And it just underscores how many might have it, not realize it, but who are still able to spread it.
That's so true, David. The CDC says they got that estimate from antibody tests, and they're saying so many of these people that are sick were asymptomatic, up to 80% in some groups. It's why we have to remain vigilant. It's why so many are asking that we wear these masks. Now, we have an update on that mother that we just heard from, the expectant mother, as Betty Reyes. She tells us she is due in September. David, she's going to have a baby girl. She's going to name her Ari. David?
Great news, and we are all pulling for that mom. Thank you, Tom.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.